What's happening, guys? So, this video is gonna be a reaction to AFTV Gooner. Now, thanks to Southern Gooner, I'm reacting to this video because, in case you didn't know, we did a live stream yesterday, called Delusion at its all-time high. Delusion's at all-time high. I'll drop Southern Gooner's link in the description below, so go sub to his channel and check out that video as well. I'll put the video link in the description, just subscribe to the channel as well. But yeah, I thought AFTV was bad for having delusional fans come onto the fan cam and giving their thoughts and opinions on the game and the season and whatever. But I think that this AFTV Gooner, I think they take the crown now. I think they take the crown. So we've got ourselves. Yep, that's right. We've got some more delusion. We've got fans out here claiming that Granit Xhaka is a legend and this season was a successful one. Yep, that's right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, because of Southern Gooner, right? Because of Southern Gooner, we've got ourselves another one.
We got us another one.
So let's get into it. It's wild.
Hi there. So great win today, beating Wolverhampton 5-0 in our last Premier League game of the season. Your thoughts of the game?
Great game, perfect way to end the season. We exceeded all expectations. I know we wanted to set that Mikateza is doing.
I know. It's wild. It's wild. Let me take it back a little bit. Let me take it back.
Great game, perfect way to end the season. It's been a challenging season. We exceeded all expectations. I know we wanted to celebrate a championship, but you know what? This is the second best. We're gonna go great next season. I'm looking forward to the great work that Mikateza is doing, and I think it's gonna be an amazing.
You serious?
5-0 to the Arsenal. Let's go. Go great next season. I'm looking forward.
So he thinks we're going to go great again next season based off what he's seen this season. I mean, I don't know if this guy's aware that there's a such thing as a transfer window and that it's not exclusive to Arsenal. Right? Other clubs are going to be doing what's necessary in the transfer window. You best believe Liverpool want to get back to where they were challenging and winning stuff. You best believe that. You best believe Chelsea are going to be wanting fighting relegation again. You best believe Man U are going to want to go that step further. Best believe all this. You got Newcastle in the mix of top four. They're going to push themselves further. They've got the owners to do it. But this fan, he remains positive to the point where it's getting onto delusion. Well, let's let it carry on.
Forward to the great work that Mikateza is doing, and I think it's going to be an amazing season. I came all the way from Los Angeles for today's game, right? It would have been great to see a championship, but I'm just extremely thrilled. 5-0 to the Arsenal.
Christ.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
So man's hyped that we smoked Wolves 5-0. Like, fam. Anybody could have predicted that Arsenal were going to do this, because that's what we do on the last games of the seasons. That is what we do. Beating a team 5-0 at the end of the season is nothing to hype about when you come away with nothing. You know what I mean? Absolutely nothing. But it's fans like this that's the problem, and it's fans like this that need to get out of this club.
Get him out! Get him out!
Oh, let's go.
It's a brilliant performance today, and Granit Xhaka, it looks like he might be leaving us, so that might have been his farewell game. And what a performance, 2 goals, and he's been outstanding all season. Got a lot of goals, a lot of assists, and that advanced midfield role is really suiting him.
Great performance by Granit. I mean, sad to see him go if he's gone, but what a fairy tale ending, right? Many seasons ago, casting his captain's armband down to the side, but look today, we're singing his name. We've got Granit Xhaka. Amazing work by Granit. Love to.
What do I say to that? You know what I mean? Sad to see him go. It's like it's one of those things where it's like, fam, he's been good this season. You know what I mean? I gave him the nickname Big X, you get me? Because man was doing big things in terms of the consistency and not letting us down. I'm getting the odd goals here and there in games, putting us 3-1 up against Spurs, kind of thing. You know what I mean? But fam, you think that just writes off the rest of the seasons that he's had with us, getting sent off in games and costing us games and shit? You know what I mean? You really think that is just gonna just write everything off? You know what I mean? Like, no, fam, because at the end of the day, we can't forget that this guy threw the captain's armband on the floor and told the fans to fuck off. Unacceptable behavior. You know what I mean? It's unacceptable behavior. But you know, it's easy to get caught in the you know, be starstruck by what Granit Xhaka's done this season. But fam, like, no, like, it's time for him to move on. I knew it'd be his last season. I said this to my cousin even before the World Cup. You know what I mean? I think this is Granit Xhaka's last season. You know what I mean? He's just, I could just see it.
See him. I wish he stays, but best of luck if he doesn't. I know he's going to do great. Legend for Arsenal.
And 5 goals today. I saw a
Man said legend for Arsenal. What did Granit Xhaka do to warrant being a legend at this football club? Aaron Ramsey is more of a legend than Granit Xhaka. And I'm not saying that as if Aaron Ramsey was a horrible player, but fam, Aaron Ramsey, he's done more for this club than Granit Xhaka. You know what I mean? Aaron Ramsey getting winning goals in cup finals, in FA Cup finals, consecutive FA Cup finals. He got us the winning goal, right? But you want to say that Granit Xhaka is a legend of this club, of this football club? You know what I mean? That's an insult. The same man that threw the captain's armband on the floor, and you want to say, right, that he's a legend of this football club. You can tell this guy is just, he's clueless. He's clueless on the football club. I mean, all he sees is Arsenal playing fluid football, and he sees us win a game, and he starts getting a stroke game going. You know what I mean? Spraying kids everywhere. You could tell this guy, he'd be happy, right, seeing us smoke bums 5-0 and win nothing at the end of it. But if we get top 4, then that's good. You know what I mean? Because these man think that we're going to bring that into the Champions League? Do these toxic, positive fans really think we are bringing anything like that in the Champions League? There's no way Jose Enrique are we going to be bringing that kind of form into the Champions League and actually doing something in it. And when I say do something in it, I mean a strong challenge, fam. You know what I mean? What's this guy's expectations for next season?
That saying we've surpassed our best ever goal scored in the Premier League season. But amazing that stat and so many outstanding performances.
It's amazing getting 100 goals in the season. And what did we win though? We didn't win anything though, did we? Won nothing. So it don't matter then, does it? You're firing blanks. You know what I mean? If you're trying to have a kid with your wife and you're shooting up the club every time you get intimate and nothing's happening. Don't matter, does it? Don't matter how much you can shoot out. If you're not, if she's not getting pregnant, it don't matter, does it? So we're going to bring that logic into this and say, well, we've got 100 goals, mate. And you know what I mean? Like, when you look back at the previous few seasons, okay, 2021, we didn't even finish inside the top 6. Didn't get Europe at all, right? So 2022 season was the time to do something because we had no European distraction. Couldn't even get top 4 with that. That should already tell you if he can't get top 4 with a team he spent this much money on, and you had no European distraction, if you can't even get top 4 with that, how do you think he's going to win the league, for example? This is why when we were in the title race, I knew we weren't going to do it. I knew we weren't going to do it. You know what I mean? If Arteta, if he did proper challenge for any of the trophies in 2021, and then 2022 season, let's just say he won a trophy or 2, and then got us into the top 4 in 2022 season, right? And then we were in the title race this season, I would understand thinking that, oh, we might actually win the league because Arteta is onto something. No trophies, not much of a challenge, throwing cup competitions away. Then we're in the title race. New man thought that we were going to do something. Like, fam. What? Well, it wasn't going to happen. I mean, it was not going to happen, fam. Because there was no way Jose Enrique would Arteta have had the minerals to keep this up. And I knew that from early.
Attacking play's been brilliant all season.
Excellent. 100 goals this season. Remarkable. Can you imagine what we're going to do next season? Tearing up the charts. We got Bukayo Saka, player of the season. Saka number 7. I'm excited. 5 goals today. Perfect game. Granit 2. Amazing game by Granit. Amazing, great.
Perfect game that meant nothing, though, innit? It's a perfect game that meant nothing. Meant nothing. We didn't lift any silverware, but now all we're doing now is giving out goofy ass awards. Reece Nelson winning the Game Changer of the Season award. What the hell? What kind of nonsense is that? Ridiculous. You know what I mean? But don't worry, these man actually think we're going to do something in the Champions League.
Game by all the boys, all the lads. Excellent work. I'm so excited. Let's go. Come on, you Gunners.
I was just going to ask you who's your player of the season. You said it there for you. It's Saka, yeah?
Saka, player of the season, man. Greatest player. I can't wait to see what he's doing. He signed the team. My man signed the team. I know he's going to do amazing.
You just know that this guy's just happy with just anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so shameless. And this is why I was saying that yesterday to Southern Gooner on the video we did. I was saying that this is fans like this is exactly why people will say to us, "Oh, give Arteta time. You know, you finish second. It's a good season." They'll say that because they know that our standards is through the floor. Because they know fans like this exist. Who's going to turn around to Real Madrid fans and say, "Oh, well, you finished 3rd or wherever they finished in the Liga. Oh, you finished 2nd or 3rd. Oh, you had a good season." Who's going to say that to the Real Madrid fans? I dare anybody to say. Go to Real Madrid fans and say you had a good season, right? Because you finished 2nd or whatever. Now, I know Real Madrid won the Copa del Rey, but that's not good enough for them. That's as good as being trophyless to them, right? Oh, well, you got to semi-final of the Champions League, mate. Oh, you had a good season. That'll be the response from Real Madrid fans, and they'll probably throw you to the next side of the room. But you see, nobody's going to turn around to Real Madrid fans and say you had a good season because you finished second. They ain't going to say that because they know that Real Madrid fans' standards through the fucking clouds. They know full well, it will make sense saying to a Real Madrid fan that they finishing second was good enough because they know the standards that Real Madrid have. They know that anything less than winning stuff is not good enough. You know what I mean? If you didn't win the league and or the Champions League, it is not good enough. You had the Real Madrid, who was it that said it? That it's an obligation to win the Champions League. You know what I mean? So that should tell you all you need to know. You know what I mean? But you got clowns like this talking about, it's a successful season.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
Unbelievable.
For us next season and for the future, but player of the season, star boy, what more can you ask of him? He played every single game, delivered for us. What more can you ask for?
Now, he did deliver for us, but he went missing these past few games until the Wolves game. You know what I mean? It's not like it was a one-off, like he's done this previous. You know what I mean? But he's got no competition because Arteta wasn't willing to give Reece Nelson a try. Benching Saka, like we all, well, not all, but I wanted him to bench Saka so that you can, rest him up. It's a good job that Saka didn't get a serious injury or anything like that. You know what I mean? But this manager, he don't have the ball. He does not have the ball. You know what I mean? And these lot will see it next season when we fuck up in the Champions League. That's all it's going to take.
Of a player than what Bukayo did for us. Let's go, Saka Laka.
Okay, and overall this season, it's been a great season. When you look at end of last season, with disappointing and missing out.
Again, it's been a great season just because we got top four comfortably. That's why they're saying it. That's why they're saying it's been a great season because we got top four comfortably. And that's the issue with these clowns. It was a great season because we got top four, mate, and last season we didn't get it. So, it's been a good season, great season. Absolute bollocks.
The top four, the way we progressed, we got top four comfortably this season. We managed to push Man City for the title as well. We only finished 5 points behind them.
Again, the narrative. We've pushed Man City, but we only finished 5 points behind them, mate. We were top of the table for 248 days of the season. 93% of the season, we was top of the table. But you notice how none of these men want to talk about how long we were top of the table because they know that it's embarrassing to even have to turn around and say, well, but we didn't win the league from it. You know what I mean? At Christmas, the position that we were in, nobody's ever bottled the league from that. You know what I mean? It was sure, going by the statistics, it was sure that Arsenal were going to win the league from that. You know what I mean? And what's happened is the team that was chilling second all season has now won the double and on course for a treble. But don't worry, we'll play him in the Community Shield, which us being us will probably beat him. And then fans like this will hype it up into oblivion that, this means that Arteta's good enough for the job. And then back to square one. You know what I mean? Because these man don't learn. You know what I mean? These man don't learn. When we beat Pellegrini's Man City in the Community Shield comfortably, right? Didn't mean anything, did it? When we beat Chelsea in the Community Shield, Jose Mourinho's Chelsea, didn't mean anything, did it? When we beat Conte's Chelsea in the Community Shield, didn't mean anything in the end, did it? Because what did we do the following season? Now, granted, when we beat Man City in the Community Shield of 2014, going into 2015 season, right, we did retain the FA Cup. You know what I mean? But we didn't do anything over Man City like that. It just goes to show you Community Shield is that one-off game. Well, let me get back into this.
Coming back to last season, we were 24 points behind them, so we've improved a lot, even though there's been a lot of criticism in recent weeks. But for us, we know it's been a very good season. How would you rate our season overall? What would you give us out of 10?
I think this was a perfect season. What more can you ask for?
He says he thinks it was the perfect season. What more could you ask for? Trophies. What more can we ask
Who
for?
the fuck is this asshole?
This is what I mean. And this is what's wrong with the fan base. He thinks it was a perfect season. What more could you ask for? Is he fucking real? What more could you ask for? What more? Imagine saying that. What more could you ask for? You know what I mean? What more could you ask for? Trophies. We were top of the table for 93% of the season and we didn't win it. But what more could we ask for? But it's been a perfect season because we got top four comfortably. You see what I mean? You see why I was saying I hate the fact that we get top four and we're not champions for it. I said even when we were top of the table, I was saying even on Instagram and everything, we don't deserve Champions League football. Finished in second. We don't win the league. We don't deserve to be in the Champions League. I don't want us in the Champions League if we don't win the league. We don't deserve it. You know what I mean? Because fans like this. Because if we don't win, it don't matter because we've got Champions League. That's the problem. That's the problem with this sorry ass fan base.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
You know what I mean? It's a perfect season. What more could you ask for? Unbelievable.
Going into the season, if anybody said we would be pushing Man City for the title, everybody would have laughed. There's absolutely no human being on earth who would have believed that we would be pushing Man City for the title.
And expectations change over the course of a season, my G. We expect it, and when we're there, I expect it now. If you're chilling top of the table, if you're chilling 8 points clear, when City had no game in hands, it's like, oh, okay, go win the league. Never mind, nobody expected it. This is that sorry ass bullshit that gets pushed now. Well, nobody expected us to be here. This is insane. This is insane. I didn't think just when you think you've seen it all, and then this exists. And apparently, this channel is probably a bit of a goldmine for this delusion. So while football's, over until August, I might have to spend my summer reacting to these clowns. Just to show everybody what's wrong with this fan base. And this is why we will stay where we are, because fans like this don't demand anything. You will not hear out of the mouths of these clowns winning the Champions League. You won't hear that come out of the mouth. You won't hear next season we go and win the Champions League. Next season, Arteta should prioritize the Champions League. Next season, go win the Champions League. Champions League, we're going to win it. Nope. They'll talk about being in it. And that's a problem. They'll talk about being there. Being there. Just watch when just before the first Champions League game, you're going to see Arsenal fans all over Twitter, Instagram, Twitter, and everything posting the Champions League theme. Oh, it's back at Emirates again. Yeah, well, because I know what to expect from these lot. It's going to be scenes when we see us get capitulated in the Champions League, especially if we get Real Madrid and Bayern in the group, right? Capitulate, and then we get back into Europa League where we belong, where we would more likely challenge. That's what this fan base doesn't understand. So 2018, we were semi-finalists. 2019, we were finalists. 2020, we were last 16, I think, or last 32. 2022, 2021, we were semi-finalists. And then last season, we were last 16. You know what I mean? But no, we're just happy to be in the Champions League because, yeah, we play Champions League football. Unbelievable.
And you know what? This was a perfect season for us. Our goal was top four. We achieved that with weeks on end to go. And then we're now competing.
Wait, hang on a minute. No, actually, according to the players, right, the aim was top four and Europa League. You know what I mean? But you see, expectations change over the course of the season. So if say my expectations is top four and the Champions League, right? But we're in the title race like we were last season, then your expectation is going to change. It's like, okay, we'll win both. If we're fighting relegation next season, oh, nobody expected it. So that means stay in the Premier League now. We're probably going to watch another London club win a European trophy on Wednesday, while this lot are peddling about talking about being in a European competition. Absolute fucking clown. Absolute clowns.
Against Man City, pushing them, we're making them actually sweat. I can't even imagine what we can do next season. I think this is a perfect season. I think any Arsenal fan who would complain about what we did this season is not a true fan. Because at the beginning of the season, nobody would have even imagined that this would be where we were at. So I think this was a perfect season. We couldn't ask for anything better than this.
Okay, what would you give us out of 10?
Oh, out of 10, this was 10 out of 10 would be a championship. So we got to go. We'll go 9 out of 10 because we
10 out of 10 would have been, if we won the league. But it's a 9 because we didn't. 9 out of 10 because we didn't win the league. I just let that sink in. Imagine, right? We got smoked against Brighton in the League Cup. Out of the third round in the League Cup. So basically our first League Cup game of last season, we get beat. And then we have FA Cup that comes round. Got past Oxford, which, is obvious we're going to do that. We get beat by Man City, the team that were chasing us all season, because they were sat second all season. And they knocked us out the FA Cup. And then Sporting Lisbon, who we get in the last 16 of the Europa League, beat us on penalties at the Emirates to knock us out of Europe. And then the toxic fan base was turning around saying, we've got bigger fish to fry. The league now, we can concentrate on the league.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
We then bottled the league by clocking up in 3 games in a row, right? Then losing to the team that was chasing us in second all season, for them to then overtake us in the Premier League, for then us to lose to Brighton at home and then lose to Forest. And then we finished off the season with a comfortable win against Wolves to finish second, to be able to play in the Champions League football next season. And that to him is a 9 out of 10. Bear in mind, these players said at the start of the season, top 4 in Europa League was the aim. So that means we failed. Nine out of 10, You see, 9 out of 10 would have been, winning the Champions League. Or for us, winning the Europa League while being in this title race, but we won the Europa League or something. That would have been a 9 out of 10. Liverpool's 2019 season, that was a 9 out of 10. You know what I mean? You could only have a 10 out of 10 season, really, if you've won the league. And well, depending on the club, if you've won a trophy or two, really. Like, for example, West Ham fans, if they'd won the League Cup and then they're in this final and they win this Europa Conference. Even if they just win this Europa Conference, they'll probably class that as a 10 out of 10 season because of the standards of the club for where they are. That's good for them. But this Muppet wants to turn around and say 9 out of 10. And it's only a 9 because we didn't win the league. The top 2 trophies, right? The top 2 is the league, number 1. Number 2 is Champions League. Europa League, if that's all you can get in Europe. But number 3 will be Europa League if, say, you're in the Champions League, you get kicked down in Europa League and you win that. But even still, that's still number 2, really. Number 3, FA Cup. Number 4, the League Cup. That order, really. But it's a 9 out. This season is a 9 out of 10 because we finished second. This is what's wrong with this fan base.
We came up just a bit short, 9 out of 10, but we're coming back next season. Watch out for the boys.
Okay, and looking ahead now to next season, what do you think we need to do to close the gap on Man City and to finish ahead of them now?
Okay, for next season, Stan the man. I'm from Los Angeles. I know what you did with the Rams. We got to show us that money, my boy. Show us that money, Stan the man. I think we're just a couple of players away from making it, closing that gap with Man City.
No, we're more than a couple of players away. We need more than that. We're going to need damn near a new team. We need like 7 players that could start in this 11, or at least be a threat. Push these players to up their game. Not I'm a League One level kind of player or Championship player level kind of player. No, proven players. We need more than a couple. I mean,
We're going to Champions League next season. We need to be able to build on that season. We need to be able to load up on some players. Maybe Declan Rice, maybe Caicedo. Hey, whoever. But let's go. We got some teams we got relegated today. Let's get Madison Leicester. Y'all need the cash. Sell us Madison. Give us Tillemans. Let's load up. We're going next season. I think we're 3-4 players away to the top. Champions League. Let's go.
now what he means by to the top, he ain't talking about winning. He's just talking about just being up there, basically. Because that's what fans like this. That's all they want. Getting a trophy is just a bonus to these guys. But you know, if you tell them, "Oh, next season we'll do this again, and we'll get top 4 again, and we'll finish above Spurs as well," they'll take it. They'll take it. Because that's how low the standards they have for the football club. You know what I mean? Look at the stadium that he stood outside of. He stood outside Emirates, right? He stood outside that and he can talk like this. We moved into that stadium because apparently we can challenge with the big boys. So far, we haven't justified being in there. You know what I mean? We haven't justified being in there. We haven't won the league or European trophy since we've been in there. So how have we justified it? So we moved to Emirates to win, 4 FA Cups? Could have done that and stayed at Highbury. Want this meant to be more attractive for the European pedigree, being in the Emirates Stadium? Want it meant to be this glory? Now we can compete with the rest of them, bigger stadium, bigger, everything like that. Because if you're playing Champions League football, right? Like, for example, if Everton keep getting Champions League football, they're going to be thinking like, you know what, we can get a new stadium and bigger stadium and everything like that and make it more thing. You know what I mean? But we haven't justified being in Emirates yet. No European trophy, no league title. If you're not winning any of them two, we haven't justified moving stadium. We could have stayed at Highbury and won 4 FA Cups. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? We moved to Emirates for nothing. You know what I mean? No justification yet. So we're still waiting. Still waiting on a European trophy. Still waiting on a league title. And this lot think Arteta's going to do it. Right, I'll stay into that video then. But these lot are something else. These lot are seriously something else. You know what I mean? So until then, we're in the Emirates Stadium just to look good. You know what I mean? We're just there to look good. No justification. But let me know what you guys think. Anyway, there's more of this apparently on this channel, so I'm gonna be checking them out, and I might just react to one after the other. But yeah, anyways, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, and follow all the socials. And I'll see you guys in the next video, whichever video that's going to be.